Hi everyone again. Hello. The next group of slides are all going to be related to the metric system, which is something that, as you noticed, almost every country in the world uses except three, the US being one of them. They're always behind on that stuff. But there's only three countries. Everybody else uses the metric system. You're going to see a bunch of different strategies and ways of converting and changing in the next bunch of slides. But I want you to consider this, and it will come up in a number of slides, that meters, liters, and grams are the key units of the metric system. Meters, obviously, for distance, liters for volume, for capacity, and grams then for weight or mass, right? And as you go up, right, you're going to get all the way up here to kilometers, okay, and kilograms, which are familiar to you, right? There is something called kiloliters, which are not familiar to you. Okay? There are a couple in the middle that you'll see on the slides coming up as well. So pay attention to these middle ones that are coming up. As you go the other way, you're going to see deca, centi, and milli. So you're going to get all the way down to millimeters, milliliters, and milligrams. Okay? And I'm highlighting these because these are the ones, well, not this one. That one you'll see, it exists. But these are the ones that we're most familiar with. Okay? We either, actually, there's one more. Centimeters is also one that we're very familiar with. So for distance, it's usually kilometers, meters, centimeters, or millimeters. For liters, we usually say liters or milliliters. Okay? And for grams, for weight, our body weight's usually in kilograms, grams, and milligrams are obviously often used in baking, for example. So those are the ones that are most common. In red, you will see, things like centiliters, okay, and centigrams, and decimeters, and deciliters, and decigrams. These ones are not familiar. They're on the next slide, but they're not going to be familiar to you. Right? Here you'll see decameters and hectometers and decaliters and hectoliters and decagrams and hectograms. Okay? Now, why these are always, they're always factors of 10. Okay? And I want you to think about it this way. If I have a decimal place, so let's say I have 300 meters or liters or grams, and I want to convert it to milligrams. So to go this direction, each time I got to multiply by 10. And again, as the slides come up, you'll see this stuff. Okay? So if I want to go from grams to milligrams, 300 grams would be 300 times 10 times 10 times 10. So it would actually be 300,000 milligrams. Okay? Let's say I want to go the other way from grams to kilograms. Okay? And we're going to use green. We haven't used green a whole lot, but we're going to use green. As the units get larger, my 300 grams, I would have to go 1, 2, 3, and each time I would have to divide by 10, divide by 10, divide by 10. Okay. So if I took this and I wanted to go to kilograms, I take my grams, where my decimal place would be there, and I divide by 10, divide by 10, divide by 10, and I would actually get 0.3 kilograms. Okay? Again, if we're going for a unit to a smaller unit, it's multiples of 10, right? So I had a decimal here, and I had to move it all the way to the end, right? And I replaced it with a comma, right, because it's 300,000. If I'm going from a unit to a larger unit, I have to divide by 10. So 300 grams would become 0.3 kilograms. Okay? And I know it'd be a little confusing. Look at the slides, but this concept of moving the decimal place is a concept that makes it a lot easier to convert to different units. All right.